Welcome to Gavin Fun Facts, where the world's strangest truths come to light. Ready to learn something unbelievable?
School teaches us how to read, count, and memorize many theories. But there are many important things about life that are never taught in the classroom. After graduating and stepping into the real world, we only then realize that report card grades do not always determine happiness, success, or peace of mind. Many valuable lessons actually come from experience, failure, and the process of falling and getting back up, things that are never discussed at school desks. This video will discuss several important aspects of life that are often forgotten, yet greatly determine the direction of our lives going forward. School often teaches us that if we study hard and follow the rules, then life will be fair. But in reality, life does not always work that way. There are people who have tried their best and still fail, while others seem to get opportunities easily. This unfairness is not a sign that life is against you, but a natural part of the human journey. Understanding this is important, so that we do not become easily disappointed or blame ourselves. When we accept that life is indeed not always fair, we become more focused on building mental resilience, learning to adapt, and finding other paths to keep moving forward without losing hope. In life, failure and disappointment are things that cannot be avoided. Yet unfortunately, we are rarely taught how to manage our emotions when facing them. In school, we learn how to find the correct answers, but we do not learn how to deal with fear, disappointment, or a lack of self-confidence when the results do not meet expectations. In fact, the ability to manage emotions greatly determines a person's quality of life. People who are able to accept failure calmly find it easier to rise again, learn, and grow. Uncontrolled emotions often lead someone to make poor decisions. Understanding one's own feelings and managing them wisely is a very important life skill, yet it is often overlooked. In school, we are taught how to answer questions, but we are rarely taught how to manage emotions. Yet in real life, the ability to control emotions often determines success more than academic grades. Anger, disappointment, fear, and anxiety are natural emotions, but without proper management, these emotions can damage relationships, decisions, and the future. Many major conflicts in life occur not because of a lack of knowledge, but because of uncontrolled emotional reactions. Managing emotions means understanding your own feelings, creating a pause before reacting, and choosing a wise response. Emotional maturity is an important foundation for a calm and balanced life. In real life, pressure comes from many directions: work, family, social environments, and the ever-increasing demands of life. Unfortunately, schools rarely teach how to deal with mental pressure in a healthy way. Many people fall not because they are incapable, but because they are not prepared to face prolonged stress. Those who have mental resilience are able to think clearly in difficult situations, do not panic easily, and do not make hasty decisions. This resilience is built through habits of reflection, self-control, and acceptance of things that cannot be controlled. The ability to endure under pressure is an essential life skill that determines how far a person can go. In real life, money is not just a medium of exchange, but a source of many important decisions. Unfortunately, schools rarely teach how to manage money wisely. Many people work hard yet still feel lacking because they do not understand the difference between needs and wants. Without financial literacy, a person can easily fall into debt, excessive lifestyles, and prolonged economic pressure. Managing money means understanding how to create a budget, save, and make long-term financial decisions. This ability is not determined by how big or small one's income is, but by habits and discipline. People who master their personal finances have greater control over their lives and their future. Many people hope that big changes will happen instantly, even though life rarely works that way. Schools often assess final results, not the long and failure-filled process behind them. In the real world, success more often comes from small disciplines practiced consistently. Waking up earlier, learning a little every day, or continuing to persist, even when results are not yet visible, are examples of simple habits with a big impact. Consistency trains the mind not to give up when motivation declines. Successful people are not always the smartest, but those who are able to endure the process longer. Patience and discipline are life lessons that are rarely taught, yet they are crucial. School gives us a foundation of knowledge, but life tests us with realities that are far more complex. Managing emotions, facing pressure, understanding money, and building discipline are life skills that determine the direction of our future. These lessons do not always come from books, but from experience, failure, and self-reflection. When we begin to realize that learning does not stop after graduating from school, that is when we truly grow. Life is not about who is the fastest, but about who continues to learn and adapt. By understanding the important things that were never taught in school, we can live life with greater awareness, strength, and meaning.